Greetings, score users. This is the 7th of the VJ demo videos, and this one I'm going to pick up where I left off before. And we had just created a page out of tiled files, and then I combined the different tiles into a single file just by using the com command. And the wonderful thing about com is if you have a P8 line in a file, it knows that if you're combining, well, it will bring the file above that line so that the bottommost staff line of that file is synced with that P8 line, and then the P8 lines are then removed. All the P8s are set to 0. So this is what it looks like when it prints. But there's one problem, of course, which is there's no continuous system bar line that extends all the way up to the top. Well, if you're using the labels program to edit the marginalia, which is what you would do at this point, it will take care of it for you. But if you're not using labels, there is an edit score script that is supplied with the VJ program, which will do this. And we need to do it on the individual tiles. We need to have this extended with P11, so it meets it right there. But who wants to go through and figure out what that value should be on every bar line? And there's no point in doing that when we can let edit score do it for us. So the way this works is you type ES for edit score, and the name of the macro is code14p11.mac, and we run it individually on the B, C, and D files. There's no need to run it on the A file, of course. And the result will be this. The edit score script will extend the system bar line so it meets the P8 line, so that when you then combine, and we'll do this again, combine Q01A, number of files, for, boom, now look, you've got a continuous bar line all the way up. Okay, now the wonderful thing about the VJ program is that you end up with scores that are more easily parsed by the conductor, because you are able to separate the different choirs of instruments with a little extra space between the choirs, and also you just have a more harmonious expansion of staves vertically across the page. And here is an example from the new performance score to the Ives Fourth Symphony. And from a distance, you may be able to see that it looks quite nice. Let me zoom in again. Here in the brass, the minimum white space was affected because there was really no vertical requirements whatsoever. But among the other staves, like here, when it VJ'd, it determined this was a little bit too close, so it had to pull those apart. So these didn't get expanded any further than what they were. VJ just left them alone. And down here, the strings also didn't have to be expanded at all. And then it put in extra space here, and a little extra space here, here, and here, so that you end up with this very harmonious spread of staves. And here, the piano staves have had their P15 set to, I think, 14, so there's no greater expansion of those staves than what you see here. And subsequent pages also have the same nice appearance, where there's a nice little gap here, and here, and here, and here, and here. And then everything else is evenly spread. And this is all done with tiled files. In fact, 6 per page. So with VJ.exe, it's a snap to have a really good vertical justification and HS, even when you're working with tiled files. And having beautiful scores is the name of the game. So thank you so much. That concludes the VJ.exe demo.